Okay, hello everyone. So for today, right? So we continue, okay, with the chapter of human nervous system. Okay. All right. So before this, we already see, okay, the part of the eyes, okay. So and then also what is the function, okay, for the each part, okay. And then let's just do a quick revision. So this is actually the part of the eye. So you need to remember the structure and also the function, okay, for the each part. Okay, so let's say the first layer, right, or the outer layer, we call it as a sclera. Okay, and the second one is the choroid. Okay, this is the black layer. Okay, that consists of many blood capillaries, right? Because the choroid supplies the nutrient, okay, for the eyes. And the third layer one is I said just now, okay, I mean yesterday, right? So retina. So the retina, it helps. It helps the eyes, okay, to produce the impulse. Then the impulse will be sent to the brain, right? And the brain will interpret. Okay. So retina, they have a yellow spot and also the blind spot. Okay. So the yellow spot is they have many photoreceptor there. Okay. So and for the blind spot, there is no photoreceptor, and you already know the function of the receptor is actually to produce the impulse. Okay. And the optic nerve is actually the one that will bring the impulse. Okay, to the brain, right? And the brain, okay, we interpret, then it will be sent to the effector, okay, and to see what the effector will do. Okay, and the vitreous humor is actually to maintain the eye shape, okay, and also to focus, right, to focus the light to the retina. Okay, and then it has the same function as the aqueous humor. Okay, and the ciliary muscle, okay, this one is actually uh, to uh, to control, right, the thickness of the lens. Okay. All right. So we move on to the next part. So this is actually the front view of eye. Okay. So there's eyelid, pupil. So pupil is actually the opening, okay, of the eyes, and it's controlled by the iris. Okay. And sclera is the white one. Okay. Okay. So this is the side view, right? And this is the function for each part of the eyes. Okay, so I just skip this one because we already discussed. Okay. Okay, so what is the color of the object seen? So some of you, okay, but I think we already we can see here there's a purple color and also the green one. Okay, except you have the blind color, okay, or you have blind color, so means you will not see the color of the object here. Okay, so this is the purple and the green. Okay, so the retina, actually, how can we see all the objects? Okay, they have their own color. So how actually that we see how the object have their own color? So this is because the retina has two type of photoreceptor. Okay, so the retina have two type of photoreceptor. So the first one we call it as the rod cells. Okay, so rod cells here and also the cone cell. Okay, so the rod cells, okay, the rod cells are sensitive to different light intensity. Right, so the rod cells are sensitive to different light intensity, including the faint light, but are not sensitive to the color of light. So the rod cell only sensitive with the intensity of the light. Okay, while the cone cell are sensitive to the color of light under bright condition. Okay, under bright condition. So you have to know what is the function of the rod cells and the cone cell. So I mean inside the photoreceptor there are two type of cells. Okay, inside the photoreceptor, this one is especially for the eyes only. Okay, so inside the photoreceptor there are two type of cell. There is rod cell that are sensitive, okay, to the intensity of light, okay, while the cone cell is actually sensitive to the color. So actually, when we see the object, we see the color of the object. It means the cone cell, okay, the cone cell function, okay, to give the color of the object. So there are three different type of cone cell, okay, which is sensitive to the red, green, and blue light. So this is the premier, right? The color that if we mix, we can produce another color, the secunda one. So I think you learned this one already in pendidikan seni, right? So this is the base color, okay? The red, the green, and the blue light. So there are three different type of cone cell. So it means here photoreceptor, okay, they consist of two type of cells. There is a rod cell, okay, and the cone cell. Rod cell sensitive to the light, okay, sensitive to the light intensity, while the cone cell is sensitive to the color. So what type of color? Red, green, and blue. So this one is actually at the retina. Okay. So this is the diagram, okay, for the rod cell. So the blue one is the root cell. Okay. This is the blue one is the root cell. Okay. While the cone cell is the orange one. Okay. So this is the cone cell. Right, so you can see there are three layers here. So the sclera, right, the outer layer, okay, and the choroid is the black one, okay, that provide the nutrient for the eyes. Okay, so the third layer is the retina. Okay, so inside the layer of the retina, they got the rod cells and the cone cell. Okay, and this one is the vitreous humor. Okay, so the vitreous humor will focus the light into the retina. So at the layer of the retina, inside the layer of the retina, there are two type of photoreceptor cells. Okay, that is root cell and the cone cell. So each of them, they give different function. Okay, so the root cell, as we know, okay, is actually sensitive to the light, while the cone cell is sensitive to the color, that is red, green, and also blue. Okay, mechanism of sight. Okay, so how does the eye function? So of course, the first one, okay, the function, you have to see the object. So the object, the light, okay, from the object will enter the eyes, okay, through the cornea, okay, through the cornea, okay, and then it goes to the aqueous humor here, okay, and then it goes to the eye lens. Okay, eye lens here. Then it goes to the vitreous humor before it reach the retina. Okay, so here, okay, our eyes produce the object smaller and inverted. Okay, so means the object that produce, okay, at the retina, okay, is smaller and also inverted. Smaller and inverted. So this one you have to know the image, okay, the characteristic of image that form, okay, on the retina. So smaller and inverted. Okay. Then after that, the light ray will stimulate the photoreceptor. So we just learned just now, at the retina there are photoreceptors, okay, and inside the photoreceptors they got the rod cells and the cone cell. So these rod cells and the cone cell, okay, that will produce the impulse, okay, that will be sent to the brain. Okay, someone asked me, what is actually impulse? Okay, so impulse is actually the electric signal. It's an electric signal. Okay, so how does when the photoreceptor, okay, they receive the stimulus, okay, they receive the stimulus, okay, so they need to change, okay, they need to change the stimulus into the impulse, because the brain only can interpret, okay, impulse in the impulse form. So they need to change the stimulus to the impulse, okay, so mean the impulse is the information, okay, the information, okay, that will be sent to the brain, and the brain will interpret what you should do. Okay, then it will be sent back, okay, by using the impulse, okay, to the effector. So mean which of the muscle that need to be to do the reaction. Okay, all right. So that is actually the impulse. Impulse is actually the information, but in the form of electric signal. So we call that as the impulse. All right. So the light rays stimulate the photoreceptors to produce the nerve impulse that are sent to the brain. Okay. So when the light ray enters the vitreous humor, okay, and it goes to the retina, right? We already know the vitreous humor function is to focus the light into the retina. Now when you reach the retina, so inside the retina, they got the photoreceptor. So this photoreceptor will stimulate, okay, and produce the impulse. So impulse means is what? It's like an info, okay, and it's sent to the brain. So then the brain will interpret, okay, the brain will interpret the impulse. So the smaller inverted image on the retina will be appear upright. So means the brain will change the image, okay, just now because it's inverted, right? So it will change the image so it will become upright. Okay, so this is the mechanism of sight. Okay, so it has to started with the stimulate. Okay, stimulate. So the stimulation is here is the light from coming from the candle there. So it will reach the cornea and then it goes to the aqueous humor, it goes to the eye lens and it goes to vitreous humor, then it goes to the retina and then the retina will be stimulate, okay, the photoreceptor inside of the retina will be stimulate to produce the impulse. Then the impulse will be sent to the brain and the brain will interpret what it will see. So let's say the image formed at the retina just now I said is smaller and inverted, right? Okay, so of course you don't want to see all the object become inverted. So it's quite hard for you. So then the brain will make the image inverted to become upright. Okay, then it will see, it will interpret, then it send back to the impulse so the body know what to do. Okay, so that is the mechanism of sight. Okay, so next part, okay, we see the next part of the sensory organ that is ear. Okay, so there are three parts of ear. Okay, the first one is the outer layer. Okay, it's the outer layer. Okay, the middle ear. Outer ear, middle ear, and also the inner ear. Okay, so the outer ear it consists of earlobe and also the ear canal. So that is the outer layer. Okay, while the outer ear consists of earlobe and ear canal. Okay, middle ear consists of eardrum. Okay, ossicles, alright, and also oval window. Okay, so this is the middle ear. So middle ear consists of ossicles, eardrum, and oval window. Okay, and the outer ear, earlobe, ear canal. Okay, while the rest, okay, inner ear, okay, they consist of semicular canals, okay, eustachian tube, auditory nerve, and cochlea. Okay, however, okay, we already know the function of ear, of course, to hear the sound. Okay, but there are two parts in the ear that doesn't involve, okay, in our hearing system. Okay, the first one we call it as the semicular canals and the eustachian tube. So these two parts of ear, okay, they do not involve in our hearing system. So we will learn later what is the function actually for these two. Okay, so outer ear, earlobe, right, and ear canal. So that is the outer ear. Okay, the middle ear is the ossicles, eardrum, and also the oval window. While the inner ear, semicular canals, okay, auditory nerve, and also cochlea and eustachian tube. Okay, so you need to remember the diagram, okay, and the label of it, and also later the function. Okay, so let's take a look. Okay, so this one they divide to the outer, middle, and inner that I already told you just now. The outer is pinna, ear canal. Okay, this one filled with air, eardrum. Okay, while the middle is the ossicle, oval window, eustachian tube. Inner is the cochlea, semicular canals, and also auditory nerve. So this one, auditory nerve, they contain the fluid, okay, inside of it. right? So this one, auditory nerve, of course, you already know this one have to be the one that send the impulse to the brain. Okay, so this is the part of the ear. Okay, so outer, middle, and also inner. Okay, so now we learn the function of each part. Okay, so earlobe. Okay, so this one is actually to collapse and direct the sound wave into the ear canal. Okay, so we see the diagram. So where is the earlobe? Here. So at this part, okay, they only collect the sound. Okay, collect the sound. Okay, okay, they collect the sound and direct the sound wave into the ear canal. So the ear canal, they direct the sound wave to the eardrum. Okay, mean they only send the sound wave. Okay, so both of it have like the similar function. Okay, for the earlobe, they collect and direct the sound to the ear canal, and the ear canal direct the sound to the eardrum. Okay, but this is the outer ear. Okay, the middle ear, okay, starting from the middle ear is actually a eardrum. So this one is a very important part because, okay, the eardrum will vibrate. Okay, you already know the sound travel, okay, by using the vibration of molecule. So mean when you reach the eardrum, so the eardrum also need to be vibrate. Okay, and it's a very thin membrane. Okay, so eardrum. So this one is a vibrate according to the frequency of sound wave. Okay, receive and transfer the vibration to the ossicle. So the eardrum, when they receive the sound wave, it will vibrate. It will vibrate. Okay. So when it vibrate, okay, it will send or it will transfer the vibration to the ossicle. So this ossicle, they have three small bones. So what is the function of the ossicle? It amplifies the sound vibration. Okay. So it amplifies the sound vibration and transfer it to the oval window. Right? So means here, the ossicle, what the ossicle do, it only amplify the sound. Okay? Amplify the frequency, the loudness. Okay? So after that, after the ossicle amplify the sound and transfer the oval window. So what does the oval window do? It will collect and transfer the sound vibration from ossicles to the cornea. So it only transfer. It just seems like the earlobe and echinus. They collect and they transfer. Okay, but for the ossicle, then amplify the sound. But the drum, it will vibrate and send the receive and send the sounds to the ossicle to be amplified. Okay, then the oval window, okay, collect and receive and send the sound vibrations to the cornea. Okay, so later, okay, so I just move to the cornea. Okay, so it sends to the cornea. So what will the cornea do? So cornea is actually the one, okay, that will convert the sound to the nerve impulse. So this is the important part because we know the brain only can interpret, okay, in the impulse form. Okay, so means the cornea, say the cornea will, when it receive the vibration, okay, from the oval window, okay, it will produce the impulse, and the impulse will be sent, okay, to the brain by using the auditory nerve. So the send impulse from the cornea to the brain to be interpreted. Alright, so this is how does our ear, okay, function. Okay, starting from the earlobe, collect the sound and direct the sound wave, and the ear canal also direct the sound wave to the eardrum, and the eardrum will vibrate. Okay, when it vibrate, it will send the sound, okay, the sounds to the ossicle, then the ossicle will amplify the sound. Okay, so when it amplify the sound, it will send to the oval window. The oval window just receive and collect and send to the cornea. The cornea will change the sound, okay, vibrations to the impulse, okay, and then it will be sent to the brain by using the auditory nerve. So as you can see here, there are two parts that I skip. Okay, there is a eustachian tube and semicollar canals because they are not involved in our hearing system. Okay, so the eustachian tube, okay, they balance the air pressure. Alright, so let's say if you go to dive, okay, then you want to go deeper, okay, then you already learn, okay, in form 2, right, when the higher the depth of the water, the higher the pressure. So when you go to the deeper, okay, to the deeper place, okay, to the deeper sea, so the pressure will be increased, okay. So that's why the diver, they cannot just go straight away, okay, to the deeper part. They need to go slowly, okay, slowly go down, because if they just go directly to the deeper part, their eardrum can be burst like that. Okay, so they need to be slowly. Okay, let the eustachian tube, okay, balance, okay, the air pressure. Okay, so that is the function of the eustachian tube. It's actually for the air pressure. Okay, it doesn't involve in our hearing system. Okay, and then the next one is the semicollar canals. So this one is to detect the position of head and help to balance the body. So they contain the fluid. Okay, so that's why it helps you to balance when you walk. Okay, so this is the function of the semicollar canals. So this is actually again, okay, to explain for you what is the function of earlobe. Okay, in ear canal. So this is actually the thin membrane um, for the eardrum. So this is the part where it vibrates. Okay, the ossicle is made of 3 bones. Okay, so this one is to amplify the sound. Okay, over window. And this one only to collect and transfer. So that's why we just call it window like that. The eustachian tube is to balance the air pressure. And cochlea, they contain the fluid. This one is to balance. Cochlea is to not to balance. That one is the semicollar canal. So this one is cochlea is the one that will convert the sound to the nerve impulse. So this one is to balance your body. Okay. So this is the hearing mechanism. So of course, it will be started with the earlobe that will collect the sound, okay, and direct to the ear canal. Then it goes to the eardrum. It will vibrate. Ossicle will amplify it. Then the over window will collect the sound and again transfer to the cochlea. Then the cochlea will produce the impulse and send to the brain by using the auditory nerve. Okay, so you need to remember the mechanism. Okay, so first part we go to which structure, then after that to which structure, then how does the structure function for each part. Okay, all right, so I think I will stop, okay, here first. So we already finished for the eyes and also for ears. Okay, so later we see nose, okay, tongue and also skin. So there are 3 more sensory organs, okay, that we learn. Then we will learn the response in uh, plants. Okay, how does the plants respond towards light? Okay, so I will give you a quiz, but you don't need to worry because there will be also a written exercise for you, but I will not give you now. Okay, I will give you when the school open, then you have to do it. Okay, so until where that I teach, okay, I will tell you. Okay, because I'm afraid if I give you now, maybe some of you will go and take, some of you will not go and take. So there sometimes, okay, the handout will not be enough. Okay, so I don't want to be like that. So we just wait until the school open, then we will do, okay, the exercise, okay, until where I teach you. Okay, and I hope you already have the textbook and I already see your quiz, right? Some of you did well. Okay, some of you did well. You got like 80%. Okay, means you understand. Okay, but some of you not that well. So please, right, watch the video, understand it, okay, because we don't know. Who knows, okay, like this year you got PT3 and you already know this year is very, very important to you, because after this you will choose, okay, which class that you want to go. So I hope, okay, please take it seriously, okay. So this is very important. Okay, so make sure you really understand, okay, and let's say if we finish faster, okay, and they have the PT3, we will have time, okay, to do a revision for Form 1 and Form 2. Okay, so I see you next class. Okay, so the next week, it will be, I hope we can do the Google Meet, okay, next week, or this week, I just only record the lesson. Okay, so please, okay, before you answer the quiz, make sure you really understand. Okay, you can refer the textbook also. The question is very simple for me. It's not that hard. Okay, so please do a revision. Okay, especially Form 1, Form 2. Okay, and also Form 3. So let's say if you have any question, you just can just text me. Right? So take care everyone. Okay, have a good day. Okay, and don't forget to answer the quiz. Okay, so take care now. Bye.